Are you even aware of the number of prayers that heaven has sent for you today, my beloved and my chosen one? In order to ensure that you would not miss this one moment, how many times did the wind, which was clothed in divine light, whisper your name down to you? Just at this moment, Jesus moved closer. He put his palm on your chest and stated, this one is mine, but they are drifting. He then pointed to your heart. Is it a coincidence that I am sending you this message right now? It is one of the divine laws of the universe. Yes, it is the law of attraction. Before moving on to the message, please like the video so that this message can reach other people as well, my dear. You must also receive and accept this message with love. If you write I received and accepted it with love in the comments and seal it with 777, you will maintain the balance of giving and receiving. Additionally, heaven is watching who responds. You will find a super thanks button below this video. When you donate $22 or more, you are not tipping a creator, you are planting a heavenly seed. And Archangel Michael promises, every divine seed bears divine fruit. Support the awakening. Heaven remembers those who do this. Don't forget to stay tuned and subscribe for our other messages, adds Archangel Michael. Now we can slowly move on to his message. Please call them back before it's too late. And Archangel Michael with his sword drawn stood before your name and whispered, if they skip this, they will lose everything. My child, you are not here by accident. This message was prepared from the moment you cried that silent tear no one saw. This is not just another message. This is the moment where heaven gives you your final 15 seconds. Please, I beg you, for your future, for your soul, and for your destiny. Do not scroll away. Do not skip what was meant only for you. Because Archangel Michael and Jesus are both standing at your gate right now. If you miss this, you will lose both of them. Yes, just 15 minutes. Because that is the amount of time a door remains open before it disappeared forever. Not tomorrow, not next week, but now they have been waiting for hours for you to read this with shaky hands, with a heart that has been asking for answers, and with a soul that knows something enormous is going to happen tonight. Before we proceed, I would like to give you a warning. Please take a moment to do this right now. In light of the fact that God has stated, the one who subscribes to light shall never again be surprised by darkness, you should click the subscribe button for Heaven's Daily Whispers. Get a subscription and spend each day walking with angels. Walking by oneself is no longer a safe option. Your name is also familiar to the adversary. In contrast, God is providing you with a shield composed of words that is impenetrable to any form of darkness today. Let's get started right now. Mainly due to the fact that the clock in heaven is continuously ticking and tonight is not like any other night. There is trembling in the spirit world. Yes, you are the focal point of everything that is going on. You, too, are experiencing it, aren't you? Recently, you have been experiencing a peculiar weight in your chest. When you have the sensation that something is following you, but you are unable to explain it. It's not only a matter of feeling. This is a prophecy. Moreover, this message is the only thing that can save you from suffering a loss that is really catastrophic. God says, you've missed too many signs, but I won't let you miss this one. My dear, Michael has been attempting to get in touch with you for more than 2 hours. Not just with any news, but with a statement that is so profoundly life-altering and so utterly divine that even the stars are holding their breath in anticipation. While you are reading this, are you aware of what happens when a communication is canceled by heaven? Due to the fact that heaven does not store presents for an infinite amount of time, everything that was supposed to be yours, including love, money, safety, marriage, and peace, is distributed to another person. God bestows them upon those who are willing to respond. As a result, Michael explains, if they choose to skip this, I will no longer be able to protect them. If they choose to stay, I will guard them like gold. Moreover, Jesus whispered just now, they are forgetting us even after all that we have done. Please tell them that this is the last moment. If they close their heart again, the silence that follows will be unbearable. My dear chosen one, do not test God's patience today, because this is not a warning. It is an emergency. You have been asking for this. It is because someone is working against you in quiet, and heaven is attempting to stop it before the ultimate strike. However, this can only happen if you open this up completely. God's patience is not weakness. Why are things going apart? Why do I feel like I am being watched so much? Why are people turning against me? Here is the solution. But even divine mercy has a limit, and you've reached it. 15 seconds. That's all you have before something shifts completely. Michael saw it in your timeline. A sharp, shocking event tied to your name scheduled by the enemy tonight. And Jesus, he wept because he knows what it will cost if you ignore this again. Don't do this to yourself. Do not betray your future by scrolling, because here is the truth. Something unbelievable is about to happen in your life, and heaven wants you to know about it first before the rest of the world does. However, if you close this now, you will only hear it when it is too late to react. What is coming is not a joke. Someone is about to confess, and someone else is about to disappear from your life for good. Michael said the one they loved is leaving unless they read this till the end. Let me tell you what's unfolding. There is a transfer happening of power, of blessings, of opportunities. God wants your name on the receiving side. But if you delay, if you hesitate, that entire transfer will be reversed. This is why Jesus said, they are the first I chose, but they've been acting like the last. Wake up, chosen one. Archangel Michael adds, there is a door opening, and it is closing in 15 seconds. This is not about curiosity, rather, it is about survival. If they intervene, they will be victorious in every way. They will lose everything if they choose to ignore it. There is no compromise. Spend some time here, read, and while you do so, experience heaven pouring into your spirit. Let me go into more detail now, my child, for what I am about to say is something that very few people have ever heard before, and even fewer have been accustomed to over the course of time. At this very moment, there is a prophetic window that is over your life. You did not make preparations for this to happen. Despite the fact that you haven't even prayed for this in recent times, the timing that heaven has chosen is amazing. And now is the moment for you to begin. The holdup that you have been going through. In no way was it a punishment. In light of the fact that the blessing that is on its way would have been crushing you previously, this was preparation. Right now, however, you are prepared. In the event that you do not skip this. According to Michael, there is a significant event due to take place at midnight, but if they listen to him now, the situation will change in their favor. There is, in fact, something planned for tonight in the spirit, and it will certainly include your name. On the other hand, how you react right now will determine whether you are presented with a blessing or a struggle. In addition, Jesus is not merely observing, rather, he is praying for them. I was instructed to utter this mantra into your heart by him. However, despite the fact that I have prepared a place for you in glory, you continue to be preoccupied with shadows. Please return. I beg you to return before I am compelled to withdraw at this point. Doesn't that make you feel uneasy? It ought to be. The reason for this is that when heaven becomes silent, the earth begins to scream. In addition, have you been paying attention to how loud everything has been around you as of late? Things like the anxiety, the perplexity, the people who betray you, and the times when you feel like you are being watched but no one is actually there. Everything is connected due to the fact that you have been targeted, not only by individuals, but also by spiritual forces that are aware of exactly who you are and what you are going to become in the future. This is when the heavenly twist comes in. The ultimate decision is not made by them. It is God who does. Today, He is speaking more loudly than He ever has before, but just for a little period of time. Lean in close, wipe away your tears, and take a deep breath because the words that are about to come out are going to reveal everything. A person is keeping a tight eye on you, and it is not merely out of jealousy. They are making preparations for things. Unless you continue to adhere to this message, there is something that will have ramifications that you won't be able to perceive until it is too late. A vision was recently communicated to me by Archangel Michael. The contents of a sealed envelope containing your name, which is glowing and pulsating and is being contested by both light and darkness. Although God desires for it to be delivered, the darkness desires for it to be delayed, lost, or ignored. What do you know about the contents of that envelope? The answers, the relocation, the money, the protection, and the love that was previously blocked. But here is the cautionary note. In the event that you leave now, the envelope will burn before you return. If not after 30 minutes. Instantaneously. Are you curious about the reason why you often seem to be on the verge of making a breakthrough, but then everything falls apart? Mostly due to the fact that you are away from the one message that was written in heaven specifically for you. It is over now. Michael makes the following statement: if they open their heart now, I will cancel the accident. I will silence the betrayal. I will rebuke the devourer of their blessings. However, it must be now. There must be no delays. Jesus is pleading. He has never begged before. But tonight, He is whispering, "Chosen one, please. Not this time. Don't skip me again." And yet, you have been living like someone who has been forgotten, tolerating disrespect, fighting battles alone, and pretending to be strong when you are breaking down on the inside. God saw it and He said no more. Beloved, your name has been written on divine scrolls that even angels bow down to read. Do you know how important that makes you? You are not going to lose everything. You are being tested to see if you will finally answer the call. And that call sounds like this. Do not skip this. Do not doubt this. Do not delay this. This is not something that was created by man. He sent you this message and gave you one final 15-second window to stay in His will in order to unlock what has been chained for years. This is from the throne of the Most High. I feel the trembling in your spirit right now. Yes. Even as you read these words, your soul knows this is not a game. This is your rerouting point, your secret appointment with destiny. Archangel Michael has assigned 2 angels to walk with you tonight. But only if you say yes right now in your heart. Only if you stay until the final word. Only if you allow this message to finish its mission in your life. They're watching. Heaven is watching. And Jesus is standing waiting to see if you truly want Him. Because what you do with this moment will echo for years to come. My beloved, you're still here. You didn't scroll. And because of that, heaven just shifted something in your timeline. God honors action. Tap Super Thanks and give $25 or more. This seed will not go unnoticed. Yes, I did see it. As soon as you made the decision to remain, the environment in the spirit shifted. Something dark that was heading in your direction abruptly disintegrated. The angels said, "They're listening." And lastly, having said that, let us now discuss what God has been holding out to reveal to you. This evening, between the hours of 11 p.m. and 3 o'clock a.m., On the other hand, there will be a time that, to the outside world, may appear to be nothing special, but to the spirit, it is a heavenly trigger point. Someone is ready to reveal something to you that they have been keeping hidden from you. Things will be said or done by them without their knowledge. You will at long last be able to see the reality. You were the object of this person's affection. Nevertheless, their vitality has shifted. They are no longer able to see God before them. They do not have a heart that is in harmony with light. This is the truth, by the way. It is the desire of Archangel Michael to scream from the gates of heaven. If you had chosen to ignore this message, you would have allowed that person to once again enter your heart, and they would have been able to destroy something beautiful that was already present within you. On the other hand, you are awake now. Your spirit is beginning to rise now. Suddenly, your divine shield has returned. Give close attention. That near accident that you had a few days ago but didn't. It was not a random occurrence. A spiritual encounter that came dangerously close to being successful. Ever since the moment you were born, there have been forces that have been attempting to take your life and quiet it. You have never been intended to be a typical person. Because of this, you have never been able to fit in. It is not your intention to follow. Because you are here, you have the ability to lead and shatter generational curses that others were too terrified to touch. Because of this, there has been a continuous stream of attacks. Considering that the devil is aware of the fact that he will lose vast swathes of territory if you ever completely awaken. He made this point abundantly apparent to me. If they choose light at this moment, he added, their name will reverberate across the kingdoms. The celebration will extend beyond the earth and into the heavens. The price, however, is that you must not return to your slumber. This is your spiritual alarm clock, therefore pay attention to it. Its purpose is to rouse you from your slumber and dissuade you from ever again engaging in trivial thought. You are not under a curse, my beloved. You have not fallen behind. You are not lacking in memory. You have been selected. And the events that are going to take place during the next week will demonstrate this. A phone call, a message, or an email will be sent to you that will completely alter the course that your life takes from that point forward. However, the adversary is attempting to postpone it. The malfunctioning of your equipment can be attributed to this. How come you have been so perplexed? Why have you been having doubts about yourself? Michael claims that the wait will stop if they make the decision to believe once more. So get it out of your heart right now. In my opinion, I am prepared. I am not going to ignore what God has sent. As you continue to do so, heaven will release what has been repressed for many years. This spiritual truth is worth listening to. You have a house that is listed with your name on it. A bank account that contains money that has already been set up for you on a spiritual level. There is a soul connection that is all set to enter your life. However, if you continue to block the light, they will not be able to enter. Have you made room in your life for love, even though you have been hoping for it? Do you still feel that you are deserving of abundance, despite the fact that you have been begging for it? He advises them to let go of their feelings of guilt. According to their guarantee, this is the chain. Therefore, today, in this very moment, you should forgive yourself for the past, for the times when you stopped believing, and for the doubts that you had in the past, for heaven has never stopped believing in you. Now we come to the bit that absolutely needs to be said. God is currently keeping an eye on the choice you make. This is a message that you were not supposed to understand. Someone who answered was the intended recipient of it. As a result of their decision to ignore it, the Holy Spirit chose to direct it toward you. How come? The reason for this is that you still possess a fiery spirit. God says, you are the one. You were always the one. I put a sword in your hand before you were even born. This is true even after all of the betrayal, even after they tried to humiliate you, and even after they declared you would never rise again. Nevertheless, it is time for you to pick it up once more. No more pretending, no more shrinking, and no more waiting for permission to shine. Heaven declares that from this moment forward, your name is cleared, your path is open, and your angels are being reassigned to escort you into a better future. However, if you turn back now, the door will close, and what was meant for you will be reassigned. Not out of punishment, but because spiritual laws cannot wait forever. Jesus, he's so close right now. And he's whispering to your heart, I have waited long enough. Now is the time. Will you walk with me? Beloved, this is more than a message. It's a moment that your future has been praying for. Are you ready, my beloved? You're still here. That means heaven is moving right now. The angels are documenting your decision. Yes, it's recorded in the book of obedience. The moment you chose to stay with God's voice instead of scrolling into the noise. And because you stayed, something unseen has just shifted on your behalf. Archangel Michael steps forward again, sword still drawn, and says, they have chosen to listen. Now I can reveal what has been hidden. There is a pattern that has been following you. A cycle, a loop. Every time you rise, something crashes. Every time love gets near, it disappears. Every time money gathers, something drains it. You've blamed yourself. You've blamed your luck. But heaven is saying, no, my child. Sabotaging was the act. An act of spiritual sabotage committed by a person you trusted. As I say this, you will experience goosebumps, and the reason for this is that your soul is aware that it is real. Someone has been covering their tracks and working against you. Not with yelling curses, but with envy of the spiritual realm. Your smile made them feel resentful, and they observed it. As soon as they saw your calling, they became envious. Even as they prayed for your fall, they feigned to clap their hands. Christ has reached his limit. God has spoken, saying, this is the last time I will allow this to go unexposed. The name of the person in question will soon be disclosed. Very quickly. There will be no need for you to speculate. They will reveal themselves in a moment of pride, terror, or perplexity, depending on the circumstances. Also, when they do, you should not ask them to stay because what is tied to them is a spiritual parasite that is designed to steal your delight rather than your happiness. The floodgates will open, according to Michael, if they allow this individual to be released. The drought will persist if they continue to cling on. Therefore, this is the moment when you will be separated from each other. It is now time for you to fully sever the soul bonds that were delivered to you in order to delay your end. Now take a deep breath because what is about to happen is even more significant. Are you ready to learn what is going to happen in the future? There is a plan that God has that you did not anticipate. It is something that your mind has never ever considered, but your spirit has been silently pleading for them to come into existence. The act of moving. Your life is about to undergo a shift, whether it be a physical, emotional, or spiritual one, and you need to be ready for it. This shift will completely reset your life. According to what Jesus advises, tell them to pack their spirit first. The move begins in their mind before their feet ever shift on the ground. Now is the time for you to let go of things that you cannot take with you into the next chapter of your life. It's over with that ex. Get rid of the guilt. Get rid of the dread. Because the life that is about to come is one that will finally reflect the monarchy that is within your spirit. God has witnessed your suffering. 2 o'clock in the morning, your deepest, most private screams. A manner in which you grin for other people but feel empty on the inside. You are not only being comforted by him, but he is also reconstructing you. Furthermore, what he is constructing is extremely stable. Michael says, there is someone watching this chosen one from afar, a divine helper, a wealthy soul, anointed, quiet, and ready to bless them, but only when their heart is fully healed. That's why this message was sent to complete your healing and activate your receiving. You've been giving too much, loving without boundaries, pouring from a half-empty cup. God says, now I pour into you, and this is the end of it. Furthermore, what he pours cannot be taken back. There is no way to fake it. There is no way to break it. Divine alignment is taking place, and it begins right now. It's possible that you can already feel it. You feel a sense of fire spreading back into your spirit. Heaven is trying to remind you of that. It is not a small person. You are not running behind schedule. You are not the only one. It is anointed upon you. And this is demonstrated by the conflict. However, the fight has come to an end. During the time that Jesus is making this declaration, angels are standing at attention. He continues, I place my peace upon you. Not the kind that the world gives, but my peace, unshakable, unmovable, and untouchable. There is a recitation of your name in the higher realms, and scrolls are being opened right now. Are you aware of it? You are releasing the tension in your chest. You're not just watching. You are part of this. Show it. Hit super thanks and give generously. You are experiencing a release of pressure in your back. As a sign of confirmation, the Holy Spirit is resting over you at this very now. You did not leave. You paid attention. As a result of your obedience, you are about to get a reward. Despite the fact that the darkness is urging you to scroll away, you are still here, beloved. You are still listening, you are still reading, and you are still choosing the light. And as a result of this, heaven is filled with gratitude. There's a faint clapping sound coming from the angels right now. It is not a loud and frantic applause, but rather the kind of ovation that is awarded to a soul that has finally responded to the call. I'm going to show you what's going to happen next. The scroll is opened by the Archangel Michael. It is really old. In a golden hue, the text shines. Not just once, but 7 times, your name is written on it. Not just once, but 7 times. 7 is the number that represents the fullness of the divine. According to him, this is the timeline that they were supposed to walk with, but the adversary attempted to delete it. At this time, it has been restored. Permit that to sink in. You received a heavenly destiny that was changed, a calling that was delayed, not because of your mistakes, but rather because of forces working behind your back, but because you remained steadfast in your commitment to this message. As a result of your decision to not ignore the voice of heaven, an adjustment has been made to the timetable. In what way does this imply? What this indicates is that your initial blessing is being sent once more. You are being led back to your genuine soul connection at this very moment. At the same time, the miracle that you believed had been gone for good is making a comeback. One who restores is God. And you are going to find out what the real meaning of that is. Michael makes the statement, the next 14 days are holy, sacred. A divine countdown has started. And if they remain in obedience, they will receive what was stolen. Double portion. The answer is yes. In double. This signifies that there is not only peace, but peace that is abundant. Not only love, but love that is reflected in the soul. Not merely money, but money that is miraculous. Money that originates from places that are not expected. Presents that are not only the work of human hands, but also come from the heavens. Also, Pay great attention because what I am about to explain to you is something that no one has ever told you before. There is a household secret that is about to be revealed to the public. There is a truth about your family tree. An undiscovered secret that existed long before you were born. And once it is disclosed, it will provide an explanation for everything. Why are you never able to blend in? Why are you carrying such a profound feeling? Why do you seem to be always being observed by both light and darkness? The reason for this is because you carry the light of your ancestors, but someone in your family attempted to conceal it. It is Michael's advice to expose it, reveal it, and set people free. That being said, God is going to choreograph a situation in the days that are to come. Something, whether it be a chat, a letter, or an unexpected comment, will accidentally be heard. And when you finally hear it, you will get the sensation that all of the pieces of the puzzle that were missing have just been put in place. Please keep this in mind. Try not to quarrel. Avoid reacting while you are in agony. Respond with the knowledge of the gods. Mainly due to the fact that your response will determine whether your freedom is increased or whether it is delayed once more. Jesus is now speaking in a whisper. He has a soft but serious tone to his voice. It is necessary for them to forgive, but they must not return. They are obligated to love with all their hearts, but they must never again dim their light for those who walk in darkness. The next blessing that God bestows upon you is not only dependent on what He bestows. What matters is what you will no longer tolerate. If you are willing to guard what God gives you, then God will give you that. Therefore, today is the day to take this silent vow with heaven. In the future, I shall not shrink. I am not going to wait any longer. I am not going to apologize any longer for the light that I carry. Put it out there. Put it out there in your heart. To put it into words. Speak it with ferocity. Mainly due to the fact that the moment those words leave your mouth, your angels will immediately begin fighting for you. And let me tell you what it is that they will safeguard. This is your divine companion who is currently experiencing a reawakening in the spirit realm. Your house, which is now experiencing a newfound sense of tranquility and heavenly favor. Your voice, which is being ready to be heard in areas that you at one time frightened to enter, and more significantly, they will safeguard your inheritance. There are resources, favors, and money that are all connected to your name. Due to the fact that other people attempted to claim what was really yours, some of it has been sitting in delay. Disobedience, on the other hand, is the reason why heaven is about to disengage from its seal. Michael has stated that they will be given what is rightfully theirs, and that it will not be allowed to be touched again. Do you have an understanding of what transpires? Resetting you is happening not only on a spiritual level but also on a cosmic level. There is a change in the stars. Because you remained, because you believed, and because you did not skip like you did in the past, the angels are starting to position themselves, and the divine order that has been around your life is being restored. Today, you brought a grin in heaven. And very, very soon, you will gain an understanding of the reason why you, darling, are experiencing this. The gentle warmth that is creeping over your skin and the unexpected calm that is all around you are both symptoms of heaven's approval that is gently settling onto your life. Due to the fact that you remained, you are about to be given something that the majority of people never get the chance to hear. As he approaches, Archangel Michael moves closer. All around him, the light becomes more intense. A glowing scroll that has been sealed with fire is revealed to you when he opens his hand. There are 3 divine instructions contained inside it, and God is revealing them specifically to you. Jesus observes in silence, not with anger but with the kind of heartfelt expression that only a father can give to a kid who has returned home. He takes pride in himself. He is prepared. Right now, you are as well. Unlocking the miracle gate in your life requires you to follow these 3 directions, which are the final key. You are not allowed to merely read them. Please do not forget about them. You are obligated to comply with them because they are not recommendations. They are the activators of the prophetic. Let's get started. The first instruction. Your weapon is absolute silence. You are, in fact, being commanded to maintain a holy quiet, in order to not conceal your truth, but rather to provide room for God to show His. Over the course of the following week, there will be the temptation to react, to retaliate, and to defend oneself. But Michael advises you not to, and instead, let heaven speak for you. Allow the thunder of justice to unfold without your words obscuring it. Due to the fact that what is being prepared is public honor for a private conflict that you have never spoken about, your silence will be more powerful than anything you could ever say. In addition, the more stillness you maintain, the greater strength God will manifest in you. The second instruction is to decline the subsequent offer. That is the next offer, yes. It could also come in a disguise. At first glance, it can appear to be love, collaboration, or rapid success. However, it is a trap, a fake door that is intended to divert your attention away from the true height you have achieved. Furthermore, heaven says, if they say yes, the delay will return. If they say no, the blessing will be multiplied. You will know the offer by how it feels. It will not carry peace. It will rush you, flatter you, pressure you, and your spirit will whisper, "This is not the one." Listen to that whisper. It's God's protection. Instruction 3. Sow in secret. This is your seed moment. Not just money, but time, encouragement, forgiveness, intercession. There's someone God will send you to bless silently. And as you obey without applause, without posts, without recognition, God will release a chain reaction of favor over your life. Jesus said, "What they do in secret, I will reward openly." This is the divine trade, not for pride, but for power. These 3 instructions are now sealed into your timeline. And as you walk in them, the next 14 days will be miraculous. Now, let me tell you what Jesus just said. He hasn't spoken in over 1,000 words, but now he steps forward. He kneels beside you. Yes, the King of Kings bends low and whispers directly into your spirit. You are not your mistakes. You are not your past. You are not your fear. You are my beloved, and I will not allow you to drown in what I've already forgiven. Tears fall in the spirit realm. The angels pause. Because Jesus talks in this manner so infrequently, heaven remains mute. However, when he does speak in this manner, realities are bent. He says, "I have removed what was never meant to stay. Those chains that you were unaware even existed have been broken by me. Right now, I am restoring you. Your spirit has just taken a breath that it hasn't taken in years. Feel it. It's not in pieces, but in power. The message moved you for a reason. Respond in faith. Click super thanks now. $20 plus changes more than you know. That release, that heaviness gone, that's the first sign that your miracle has begun. And now, Archangel Michael lifts his sword and declares, the gates are open. Let favor fall. Let enemies flee. Let destiny rise. There's only one thing left. Will you live like you are chosen? Not timid, not confused, not waiting for others to validate what heaven has already crowned, but bold, anointed, a fire walker, because that is who you are now. It is impossible for anything, including the devil, your history, or your fears, to ever take it away from you again.